So as I'm sure some of you know, there is a bidding war currently to get Warner Bros. Discovery after their massive financial problems over the last few years, and we have a lot of interesting options here. So in today's video we're going to be discussing that and which option is the best. Let's dive right in. So Warner Bros. Has been facing a lot of financial problems over the last few years because of the merger with Discovery. They've been dealing with massive amounts of debt and money losses and box office bombs. And although they've had a rather strong year when it comes to the box office, with a lot of their movies being massively successful and critically acclaimed, it obviously was not going to be enough. It was never going to be enough to make up for the fact that they've been nothing short of a disaster after the merger. And I guess David Zaslav decided that instead of going down with the ship, he's gonna have to sell this company and make as much money as possible from it. Despite the fact that they announced that they're gonna be splitting up earlier this year. You guys remember that? Well, I guess that plan is now thrown out of the window. Now we have three different options here that we can discuss that are interested in acquiring Warner Bros. Discovery. These options are Paramount Skydance Corporation, Netflix, and Comcast, aka NBC Universal. Now Paramount earlier this year finished their merger with Skydance, where they became a new company after Paramount's own financial problems after their own merger prior to this. Now Paramount acquiring Warner Bros. Definitely is going to be an interesting outcome. This was actually discussed all the way back in 2023, where WB was going to be the one buying Paramount, and well, look how the tables have turned. Now Paramount is hilariously incompetent, just like Warner Bros. So this isn't really going to be the best outcome, I would say, even if there's a lot of potential with it. When you take a look at the franchises that both of these companies own, the potential to merge both of them is very interesting, and it could lead to some very good products, I would say. And obviously Paramount has their own streaming service, Paramount Plus, and WBD has HBO Max, so we're probably gonna see either a bundle or a straight up merger of both of these services, which, I mean, hey, that's better than two subscription services for these two companies. Also means that both Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon will be owned by one company, which is something that I never thought would actually happen, but here we are. Now Paramount has already submitted 3 different bids. Each of them were rejected by WBD, so that definitely limits the possibility of them buying Warner Bros. Now I personally want Paramount because, again, they're very incompetent and they're also very bad at handling their financial situation, just like Warner Bros. So I think both of these guys should stay separate. That's gonna be the best outcome here. So yeah, I'm afraid that we're not gonna be getting Cartoon Network airing SpongeBob, unfortunately. The next option is Netflix, who has been eyeing out to acquire WB. They're very interested in doing that because, well, obviously they can pad out their catalog even more. Well, not pad out, get the content that was originally on Netflix before WBD made HBO Max and force you to pay for another subscription service. Now when it comes to Netflix, I don't really want them to acquire Warner Bros. As well, because of the fact that realistically they're probably going to make a good portion of the future Warner Bros. Films Netflix only. They're going to turn them into streaming films. And yeah, that's actually it. There's not much to talk about when it comes to this Netflix thing. I don't think they're gonna make Warner Bros. Worse. I just don't want a lot of their future catalog to be Netflix exclusive, just be cheap TV films. Also, why do they even need to buy them? Like, just make a deal to get the films on Netflix. That's what you did with Paramount. Just do it with Warner Bros. Which definitely is gonna be the best outcome, but I don't think it's what they're gonna do, unfortunately. Now the final option here, the most likely option in my eyes, is Comcast, who owns NBC Universal. Now Universal has a lot of different properties, just like Warner Bros. And the potential of them having those IPs integrated with Warner Bros. Is gonna be very, very interesting to see. And they're not as incompetent as Warner Bros. And Paramount. Definitely more competent. And crossover projects between something like, I don't know, DreamWorks and Cartoon Network is, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. And also they have their own theme park, so they can probably add Warner Bros to their theme parks and stuff like DC and all the other stuff. And obviously Peacock and HBO Max being merged together, one less subscription service you have to pay for, just like Paramount. So I think if anybody's gonna buy Warner Bros, Comcast has to be the one, because they're easily more competent in these two options, and they're gonna have the most interesting integration with Warner Bros. So yeah, definitely Comcast is the best option here. But honestly, I just hope they don't merge with any company, just stay in their own lane and be their own entity. But when it comes to the entertainment industry, that is just not a viable option. Everyone has to be bought out and merged, and Warner Bros. Especially has an extensive history when it comes to their mergers. Stuff like the AOL merger, the AT&T merger, and obviously the Warner Bros. Discovery merger. And unfortunately, they just they continue doing this. So yeah, this is definitely the Disney Fox moment for Warner Bros. And I don't know what to make of that, honestly. So yeah, we have three different options. Each of them have their own pros and cons. The pros obviously being the crossovers and Warner Bros. Getting a new management. The other cons are stuff like, monopolies and how this is just gonna continue to kill the entertainment industry. Each of these companies being sold and bought and merged and all that other stuff. Yeah, basically to wrap this up, Paramount is not the best option and not the worst. Netflix is the streaming TV slot option, and Comcast is easily the best and most viable option here. But it would be better if Warner Bros. Just stays as their own entity, in my opinion, at least for the entire industry and for their own sake in these companies. Because let's be honest, this is not going to be sustainable in the long term. They're going to have to either sell Warner Bros. Or just, get rid of some assets. The cable TV assets, they're definitely just going to get rid of that, sell it, or just shut it down. It's an end of an era for Warner Bros. But yeah, this is basically it. I just wanted to make a quick video talking about this merger between Warner Bros. And these other companies. Let me know in the comments which company do you think is the best to acquire Warner Bros. Or do you just want Warner Bros. To be their own company? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, press the like button. Also press the subscribe button for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.